It's time for some FACEIT League. We are here with the final weekend of Season 7. I've got your EMEA expert upper bracket finals here today. We're happening alongside your lower bracket semifinals. We are currently in top 4. We'll be down to top 3. Not only that, we'll be sending a team to the grand finals and directly into Master Division for Season 8. Should be a good day. Should be a banger match. It would not surprise me if this is a preview of our grand finals. I was very tempted to get that lower bracket semifinals on, as there's a very important match going on in that lower bracket, at the same time here with Chelsea taking on Moss. But this match is just too good to pass up. These two teams have been head and shoulders above the rest of the division, have looked like they've just been gunning for Master Division this entire season. The 3 months have culminated to this weekend and perhaps even this day for one of these two teams. All that work will pay off for either Here4Views or Vanir. Quick, winner of this match will move directly into Master Division for Season 8. Not to mention the grand finals and a healthy chunk of some prize pool. It should be a banger. I've been looking forward to this one all week long. Let's take a look at your standings, just kind of see how we got to where we are. It's been pretty smooth sailing for Vanir Quick, more so than Here4Views. Here4Views, outside of an forfeit, have dropped maps all along the way, right? Have had just, taking a couple of hits here and there. We'll see if that's left them beaten and bruised. Well, where Vanir Quick have kind of sailed through their 3 matches pretty unscathed, right? Without dropping a single map. So, I mean, does that mean they're the favorites coming in here? I don't know if I would quite go that far. Theoretically, Quick did have even the tougher road. Theoretically, especially with the way Chelsea played through the lower bracket as well versus how far Shaheen Esports went, right? Shaheen Esports got 3-0'd out, where Chelsea ended up proving a tour de force and are still in this thing, right? I mean, that's an incredible story down the lower bracket semifinal in that regard, by the way. With that said, kind of circling back around, taking the scenic route to my original point, Here4Views have dropped maps, and you know what? After we've done a little digging, it seems that they could have even theoretically had the easier schedule. They were the #1 seed. That would make sense. That is how that's supposed to happen. Now, that will have a slight advantage in that they'll have first map pick and they'll have first hero ban because they are #1 seed. Whoever wins this match, I will say, will get first picks in grand finals, though. That would be a first to 4 as well, though. So things can change up a little bit. But Quick have looked, this roster has looked unstoppable. Has looked just crazy good. And the fact that they are 9-0 through playoffs over 2 teams that are still in it, right? The 2 teams that Quick have 3-0'd are both in the lower bracket semifinals. So, I mean, very, very telling. But they do have the exact same records. Both teams were 15-1 coming out of regular season. Here4Views loss is to Abbs, and Here4Views does take this head-to-head. Here4Views 3-0s it, right? So for all this talk that with this huge intro of like, hey, Here4Views, are dropping maps here, and it looks like they've had the easier opponents, and they're still the one dropping the maps, and Quick have been just flawless, have gone through this bracket against tough opponents, against what end up being 2 top 4 opponents in the upper bracket quarters and semis. They 3-0'd them both. All this talk, right? At the end of the day, the last time these two met, it was a clean, it was a 3-0. I don't know about how clean it was. Right, we're looking at very even deaths between the two. In fact, it looks like higher elims in this opening map, right? But that Here4Views are still able to take it. I mean, you gotta think back to this head-to-head. This head-to-head was what? January 2nd, so it was the first game back from the break. That was from Moths. The last game before the break. very close in time frame, actually. But that also means it was on the previous patch. Right, that is something to keep in mind. Quick have not lost on this patch. That was the last time Quick put up an L, was that 0-3 to Here4Views. They have not lost an official match in FACEIT League since in 2026, right? Same can't be said on the other side. Abbs beat Here4Views here a little more recently here in this meta, but this one is a 5 mapper. We are going to get a Nepal pick and a Lucio ban out of Here4Views. We got a Zarya ban in response, a very quick response. No pun intended, genuinely. Oh, we did get a side swap. Let me fix that for you before we get in. There's that. Since I'll go and since I'll end map 1, but oh no, there's a problem. No problems. No problems. Get your gambas. Get your gambas in.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
Neither team showing us the data here out of the gate. Now, we wouldn't expect it as much from Here4Views. They're pretty stuck in their ways as they have been with the Tracer Bastion. Now, Kraandop will bounce around. Somehow we haven't gotten quick on as much this season. I don't know, it just hasn't lined up. Oh, focus onto the Bastion. You see just all kinds of angles were colliding, coinciding onto the Bastion. Looked like some sort of math equation. Fire from all directions. Yes, good changes. Okay, Kraandop's gonna make a swap here. It's not like the SIG. It's just you're gonna get ran over by the hazard. I like the swap as well. You got a little more tools, a little bit more sustain as an Eraser. Fenris pushed a little too far up. There's no cover there. Nice! Beautiful energy jab. We'll get the Strebor star out of the air. Turn Strebor into a star. And a little dance here out of Kraandop. Nicely done. Nicely done. Good swaps. Yes. Domina had the shield nerfed. Jetpack Cat had the healing aura nerfed. Mizuki, there was a... I don't remember exactly the changes. It was like a cooldown... A cooldown? Not a cooldown change, excuse me, a recovery time change. God, I couldn't think of what it was. Because it's not just recovery time. It's recovery time and one other... Like, the... After animation. I can't think of the word. Anyway. Minor changes all around. I think Onron got the best of it. Got a little bit more impact damage. Was with her primary fire, right? Was what that is? When it went from 20 to 22? I think that could actually feel significant. I think that might actually hit some breakpoints. Tidal Blast thrown in on the XSJ, but they just get melted. You run into a wheels down Herluf. Herluf is exceptional out of the recon. And is very good at saving the assault configuration for delicate moments. That was an enormous terror surge. That'll get a dance out of Kraandop. Collapse all around. Wow. Okay. You know, that's one way to win a fight. You know, you're down to 3v3. It's getting nitty gritty. It could dry. Yeah, we're just going to slam this spear down, smash everybody. Yeah, Emery got a range buff that I think was really good. I think that was a very, very important. The Emery range buff, I think could really, and the AoE buff on the grenade. Both I think are crucial, actually. It's like getting Ashe that just a little bit of extra range. Like it's like that's where you want to be fighting from. So I mean, 50 meters is a lot. Emery's minimum getting extended out to 50 is quite a lot, actually. Or the max range? Yeah, max range extended to 50. I guess the minimum would be like before Fallout starts, which is 35. Oh, that's an unfortunate end to that. It looked like Strebor was there. We got body blocked off the point, perhaps. No, it's cast time. It's cast time that I was looking for on the Spirit Glaive. Wait, is the Spirit Glaive just his primary? That's just his primary, right? It should be more instantaneous. The range on the healing cost for Mizuki is also like very important. I wish they would increase the range of the aura. I think what Mizuki needs is an aura increase, because the hero is like, from where you want to be poking from, you want to sit further back, but then you don't feel like you're getting value, especially in like a brawly pokey comp. Because you're still too far, like the aura is just not big enough for you to feel safe and like get your tank. My goodness, Swim, thank you for the huge raid. I appreciate you. I hope you had a wonderful stream. Thank you so much. Friends, we are in a 2-minute delay. I do apologize for that, but we are in an official FACEIT League playoff match. This is your EMEA Expert Upper Bracket Finals between Here4Views and Vanir Quick. Winner of this match will go into the Grand Finals and guarantee themselves a slot in Master Division for Season 8. So, big stakes on the line for this. We're came in a good time. We're just in round 2 of Nepal on your opening map. I appreciate the raid so much. I hope you had a fantastic stream. Thank you, thank you. We got a Kitsu available there for Quick to hold this. We're just gonna throw that right over Fenris. He's got good angles down both into this room. And anybody, yeah, would try to push through main, so that'll hold everybody at bay for a moment. Look for time to try to sneak back in. Yeah, ooh, pushes in Elephant Side. Does not land the pulse, but forces out both cooldowns from Strebor. And I'm still seeing some low health bars over there. Herluf and Kraandop able to move on to the objective through all of this pressure. Kraandop's even going to find themselves a kill, finally pick up Strebor. Denies a remake onto skytorr, who was trying to use the self-destruct for some extra life. XSJ does respond with a pulse bomb. So we're down to a bit of a broken fight here. It looks like a 3v3 with Kraandop low. You still got yoham on the point as well. Fenris looping around, just returns in from main. And skytorr's returned, as you know, with the D.Va got here, look at a split. So reinforcements showing up faster for Here4Views, and they will, excuse me, for Vanir Quick, and they'll win up this fight. But they come back with a couple of support ults. We're going to be looking at an overclock and a tidal blast on this side. So a couple of good engage ults, kind of from the defense. And more. Well, I mean, Kitsu is, I think, the best ult in the game right now, so this ult is just fantastic for anything and everything. Oh, what a headshot! Beautifully done there from Abbs. Now we're going to turn around and drop that Kitsu towards point. Okay, you're really, I'm about to say, you don't tell me you're going to use the Kitsu this direction and run the other direction. The Kitsu did hit a pillar, does not make it all the way to the objective. Okay, hit the center pillar. But it's enough to at least get your team up here. Jacob's going to pop a rally and see if he can continue to win the fight out. With Herluf fighting Fenris, that's a good step in the right direction. So fight almost cleaned up, and Here4Views will extend the percentage, extend the time here on Shrine, as we will get a pause, even though they are actually here. So we'll see if they load in. Yes, okay, so yoham did load in. Oh, what just happened? Whoa. Whoa, Smite. That was interesting. I got smoted. We were smoted, my friends. That was wild. I thought we were done. All right, we got locked back in. I know, I'm sorry. Long crazy pause means like you kind of fall out of the rhythm a little bit. Oh, and we lose skytorr again. All right, Kraandop sticking with the erase as we head into Sanctum. You know, we will lock in as much as we feel is required. That's about where I'm at. Woo! Big spear, skytorr. It was still just looking nice and full. So it's a 5v4. You're taking Fenris out of the fight again. Fenris has died early here. We've been noticing a couple of fights now. Kraandop has shield, fortify, Suzu. That was 3 cooldowns used to keep Kraandop alive. Skytor's gonna head into the back line, see if they can find a trade. Fenris should have returned. Let's see, where's Fenris? Okay, Fenris has circled all the way around. We get a little loop-de-loop from everybody. Kraandop in Here4Views, trying to just kind of hole up down low in the cubby, but okay, so Skytorr ends up just kind of cleaning off your flanks. Yeah, clean up Herluf off of one side. Ooh, Hot Babe able to get up top, finds yoham. You've also got time chasing down Fenris off bridge, so Here4Views are able to flex their muscles a little bit, stretch out, reclaim some space, and win a couple of different little duels there across Sanctum. This will keep him in control, 40% and counting. Abbs close to a Kitsune rush, but not quite there yet. yoham nowhere close. Kraandop throwing a terror search just right in the front door. It's actually XSJ who tries to respond with the pulse. Time throws in one at the choke. Quick trying to fight their way through, but they run right into a Kitsune rush. Skytorr goes flying to the point with a tidal blast. Did not seem to actually get anything with the stun. Looked like time was able to, I don't know, they just blinked away just in the nick of time there, if I saw that right. So 85% counting for Here4Views. Herluf with an OC on the board, see if they can get the last 10%. Jacob with a rally's been able to clog up the choke time, preventing anybody from getting to the point. You chase Skytorr all the way towards Bridge Mega, not even close to the objective. And it will be Here4Views coming up with a 2-1 victory. And so far, history repeats itself from what we saw in regular season. Not just a Kraandop Arisa, but a Kraandop Arisa play of the game. The Arisa ended up being problematic. We'll see how Skytorr runs to respond. We saw a bit of Zarya, or not Zarya, but a bit of D.Va to try to make it happen. A bit of Hazard early. I think the Hazard probably found the most value now that I'm thinking about it. Quick will pick Runasapi and ban out a Tracer as we get a side swap. So once again, pretty expected comps. from here for views. Kraandop will be the one to probably deviate the most, but otherwise, you know, we're anticipating Tracer Bastion pretty much all day long from the other side. Fenris at 21-6. Kraandop 17-4 appears to have top damage. Here for views. Ban out the Kiriko. Another thing I expect to see a lot of, honestly, from both sides would be the Lucio carry. We did get the Jacob Brig was really very effective. So we were getting the Wuyong Brig mostly from Here for Views, I suppose, now that I'm thinking about it, weren't we? Because it was Here for Views that banned the Lucio first map. They banned Kiriko second map. Quick banning the Zarya and the Tracer. So key to success here for Views is targeting that backline early, not letting their opponents play the precious coveted Lucio carry. All right, it's time for Runasapi. Damn it, I started moving my camera. I was all right. Never mind. It was perfect. It was perfect. Calculated. Oh, the new heroes not bannable. The new heroes are not playable. I think most importantly. So that would be correct. They are neither usable nor bannable. All right, the wheels down out of Herluf is going to grant Here for Views early position around Mega, but we will get a quick slingshot counter punch out of XSJ. Immortality Field had to be used that first go around. So both teams, yeah, let's see who's got cooldowns left for this second bout. Jacob gets one, Herluf piles on another. Here for Views will win this first fight. Yeah, we don't want to introduce 5 new heroes in through the second half of Expert Division playoffs. That would not be fair.
We are making great progress.
Just a quick jab from XSJ, and then there GTFO. Woo! Made a pile of stickies. We'll see if they want to follow up. I'm trying to get in the air, can't find the angle. And Mortality Field able to keep skytorr alive. The XSJ Vendetta does eventually fall. There's an Ant Matrix in play, and whoo! God, skytorr got the business end of that one. There's a double damage boosted grenade. Quick, gotta just tuck tail and run. Checkpoint picked up for Here for Views. So Yoham makes sure to take this back. Time got caught, got scouted, tried to move in on Yoham. Fenris is going to open up with an Ant Matrix. I say open up. We're about halfway through this engagement. Woo! Oh my goodness! And the Supernova combo just devastates Vanir quick. Wow, that is grab and assault configuration. Oh, excuse me, artillery configuration, rather. Immortality Field used time with the duplicate. We also had the Tidal Blast invested. All 3 just to try to hold this corner. But skytorr's built up to a grab. Do you have anything to survive? There's an Ant Matrix in play from Abbs. God, please. Holy multiple names killing me. Killing me, Smalls. It's all right. It's all right. You survived through a skytorr grab, and Here for Views are just marching. Herluf end up assisting in all 5 kills. Comes up with at least 2 final blows. And this will get TS1 through the archway. You don't have the reinforcements to hold. But that's a 132-meter lead with 6 minutes left to go. XSJ has given up on the Vendetta, moves to match the Echo. Works out there. The Vendetta nerf hotfix is live. Yes. So the patch changes, of course, are in play. This is live servers. We just aren't allowed to play the new heroes. Just per FACEIT rules. But it is live servers. Kraandop taking a lot of damage. Immortality Field was used, and time gets caught. Beautiful shot. Beautiful jump shot from Fenris. XSJ poking and prodding here. Close to a duplicate. They won't make it. Yeah, server's been struggling a little bit here, but that's okay. It's okay. We survive. Another good team fight. I don't get a checkpoint, and just like that, Quick would be in a very good spot. Vanir Quick will get this. No contest from Here4Views. It's gonna be wheels down and out there for Herluf. I'm just gonna stick up here poking and prodding. Kraandop is, we're gonna get the combo. The Supernova will not be fended off. There's just not enough to help survive that. Do I think Here4Views would have made top 5 in Master Division? It's hard as hell. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think they would. I think they belong in Master Division. I don't know that they'd be top 8. I don't know that they'd have made playoffs. I'm not gonna lie to you. Top 8 was very, very competitive. Like, I think yes would have given Here4Views a run for their money. Hardcore. And I do think yes. I do think Here4Views have kind of played with their food a little bit at points in the season. I mean, and clearly had an amazing start to this map, but they have shown some weaknesses as well, right? And they are also still playing a Bastion Echo comp. Fortunately, Zarya and Arisa are in pretty good places, but we'll see. I think Here4Views will make Master Division. The highest tier in FACEIT is Master. Master Division is only 16 teams. Expert Division's anywhere from 25 to 40, kind of depending on region. EMEA or NA, and the very beginning of the season, there's more if you drop out, that kind of thing. Vanir with an overclock here. I'll elaborate in a second. Cooldown G's from the defense to try to hold, but sound barrier from Strebor just pile on. More confidence for Vanir Quick to continue to move forward, continue to make up space, and catch up on meters. They only use those 2 ultimates to win that fight out. Now we're going to go ahead and just sort of lay an 8 matrix in, make sure skytorr can stay alive, duplicate out of XSJ, and we're going to get the self-destruct in the pack. That's 3 kills here for Quick. Don't let the kill feed fool you. Those are all quick kills. And that is the lead. What a swing back. It was 132 to nothing at the 6-minute mark. In 4 minutes, in the next 4 minutes, are all exactly the other direction. Impeccable, mirrored insane performances from both teams. I bet after we hit tab, these numbers are going to look quite identical. Very close. Very close. A lot of meme deaths numbers down the board on the bottom side. Kind of perfect for a Friday the 13th, right? You got 666 on the death column. Herluf 23 and 5 on the Bastion. 23 from Kraandop as well. Yes, Master feeds directly into OWC, yes. 65 seconds to go, and it looks like an important title blast out of Jacob is going to give Here4Views the fight win on this one. Woo! You got both supports with one volley of stickies? God, I wish I got that on stream. Time, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Tom. I'm so sorry.
Your team is
Quick did take the lead in that big 4-minute push. So Here4Views are fighting from the back foot, despite pushing into quick spawn right now. The Sand Matrix has allowed skytorr to buy some important presence, create an angle. Now storms the windows. Duplicate out of time. Ooh, got the D-Mech. Hey, we're going to get Herluf overlaid some artillery. Strebor goes down, but it cost Herluf their bastion. But starting to get away. It's a 4v2. The duplicate will help finish off Fenris. You've got to get a touch. OT in play. 135 to 140 up top. Less than 5 meters from the lead. It's right at. Focusing being from XSJ is going to fight Jacob. Takes the Wuyong down. Time will trade themselves. Reinforcements are starting to show up. Fenris has got an overclocker to try to hold this. It's yoham and just Fenris trying to hold it. Both go down. No shot. Kraandop with how little health stands there. The Doomfist will not get back in time. Here4Views wins it by the thinnest, narrowest, most razor tiny of margins. Microscopic margins to win map 2. Unreal. Unbelievable. That kind of feels how they 3-0'd before. It's gonna be a bastion ban. And a Suravasa pick here from Quick. We'll go look at some stats. This hasn't taken long so far today, so I'll try to be fast. Where's my bastion? There's my bastion. Herluf for Kraandop end up sharing top elims at 30 apiece. Top damage actually goes to Fenris on the Sojourn by a mere 300 damage. But 7 to 10 deaths on the bottom side, where, I mean, Here4Views had far fewer deaths total. They will ban out the Winston as we get ready to head into Suravasa. Winton? Who bans Winton? Aww, no Winton. I'm sad. I am sad. Sad skunky. Where are my pigeons? Where are my pigeons? Do I know how to, do I need to like, I think I'm on, not Ultra, but the one just below Ultra. Maybe they moved the pigeons so that you have to be on Ultra to see them. Maybe that's what it is. Because I think I'm the one, I think I'm on one quality step down. I used to keep it on Ultra, but I got tired of swapping it back and forth when I was playing. I was like, no. So I just left it on high. So I was like, we'll just leave it here so it's somewhere in the middle. All right. We're gonna lock it with Kraandop coming back in on the Zarya for the second map in a row. With the Bastion banned out, it's Herluf's turn to make a swappable play of Soj here, matching Fenris on the other side. Fenris did lead in map 2 as far as DPS, just raw damage is concerned. Woo. Good push out of Here4Views, though. Just left no hiding place, no sanctuary for Vanir Quick in that first fight. And Here4Views take control of market. If you're just gonna end up winning fight too. Sorry, I was paying a little bit more attention to what y'all talking about OWCS quick. Yeah, Herluf and Here4Views just run out and take over here. It's 3 swift fight wins in a row, and just like that, they're up 1-0. Time with the title blast. Looking for a fenris, will get that kill. Hard to grab, invested from Kraandop as well. Looks like that cleaned up everybody on the point. And that's gonna be the 4th fight win in a row from Here4Views. I don't know that they've had a kill yet. Oh yeah, no, they've had a couple of deaths. It's not that. There's no way to go directly into Master Division. You have to go through Expert. Now there will be for this season, but this is the only season we will have that. Otherwise, there is, other than this LCQ that we'll see after Season 7 going into Season 8, there is no qualifier to go into Master Division. The only way into Master Division is through Expert. So that applied to going into Season 7. There is no way for them to qualify into Master Division. Otherwise, both these teams probably would have, to be perfectly honest. Now, I don't think they would have been top 5, like you're asking at the beginning of the map or last map, whenever that was. But I think they would have both made Master Division if there had been like a if there had been this LCQ prior to Season 7. It wouldn't surprise me to see these two teams both land a spot. It wouldn't surprise me to see both of these teams in Master Division for Season 8. But as it stands, we get them playing each other here for an opportunity to go to Master Division. We get them playing each other here for an opportunity to go to the Grand Finals. And Here4Views have been so far on top, but we finally get the clap back out of quick. Skytorr settling into a hazard might just be the answer. You're looking to isolate Kraandop, and a beautiful spiked wall will do it. Or jagged wall, excuse me. Jagged wall, spiked guard. Another one. Herluf fortunate to get out of there in 1 piece. Fenris comes up with a nice 2-piece, helping to clean up on that fight. And Quick find themselves a little bit of a rhythm after finally swapping over to this hazard. We are going right into Palace. Oh, what a cactus! Just shut down the Kitsu, although the disengage is still in play because her Skytorr goes down. But still, props to the Jagged Wall for interrupting the Kitsune Rush. Still very nice play. Maybe you've saved some exit picks, right? Maybe if that Kitsu goes all the way down, you lose more kills on the way out, and you kind of get staggered a little bit there. So, who knows? Who knows? Quick do lose one on the approach. Time gets popped as they're trying to rotate into position. Grab and play, and Strebor ends up stuck in the middle of it all. I think that sound barrier was, kind of a must. Fenris is going to go ahead and pop an OC late into this. This is a 3v5. Just nothing to shoot at but a Kraandop right in your face. It's not that they got relegated. It's more like they're essentially a new team here. Right? The players would hold on to the slot, not the organization. So it's not like the Quick organization had a slot to play with. The players hold on to the slot. And if they meet the criteria, they might get like a invite into the OWCS quals for stage 1. That's a great jagged wall. Beautiful sound barrier and play from that as well. What a play out of skytorr. That was truly masterful hazard work. Perfect downpour with the wall just at the back to deny the escape. At 2 players, you're doing damage. That was so close. That was, I mean, wow. A skytorr dub on that one. Secure the flip here for quick. OWS does relegate. That is not accurate either, Martian. That is not true. There are promotion relegation matches between Master Division and OWCS. There just wasn't one going from 2025 into 2026, right? This season 7 of FACEIT League is kind of an off-season season, right? There's not really an OWCS season that correlates with this season. Season 6 of FACEIT League correlated with Stage 3 of OWCS. Since there's not really a stage after that, there was no promotion relegation matches, we kind of reset for a new year. So it's different going into Season 8, right? It's different kind of as we reset for the new year. But during the rest of the year, so like after Season 8 and 2026 Stage 1 OWCS, there will be promotion relegation matches between Master Division and OWCS. Hash Brown, thank you for the follow. Yes, we will actually very likely see Here4Views versus SRPC next season. SRPC's won the championship, though, in Season 6. Big grab. Herluf's going to get 2, and it's going to be a 2-1 for Here4Views on the back of that. You also got Pulse and Kitsu invested. So a fairly heavy investment from Here4Views, but you know what? The ultimates are cycling at the right time. You come up at the end in that crucial fight. You're not mad at that. Now, skytorr with another downpour coming up online. I mean, it had one of the best downpours I've seen all season during that previous cycle. Good jagged wall there. You're able to catch Jacob. You already take a support out of this fight. You leave it with just Carry heals. Carry can do a lot of things, but burst healing is not her strong suit. Now, killing is, and Hot Babe is certainly good at that aspect. I mean, even got an enormous amount of damage into skytorr. Yeah, Time's gonna be able to follow up on that. Abbs does an enormous amount of work. Time follows up on it. Oh my goodness, and Here4Views absolutely steal a team fight and first cap away from Vanir quick. Now, Quick don't invest any ults in that. Quick had a couple support ults as well as that downpour they could have thrown in. They do not yet. A long leap. skytorr comes, I mean, that was Superman, be jealous at that jump. God. The Hulk would be impressed. Kitsune rushing inside, but you're now invested from Quick. That wall bounces off of the bubble. So you should be able to get these kills. Yeah. Kraandop kind of dancing between the windows, but a really nice isolation from skytorr creates a mismatch. Yeah, it was just because we were kind of making a transition from 2025 into 2026 did create a unique situation. As far as the... Oh! Beautiful stick! Fortunately, it gets negated. Nexus J. Well, theirs does not. Apparently, Hot Babe did not get the Suzu done on the other side. And it ends up being a battle of the Kirikos. Both Tracers deliver. Apparently, a Hot Babe had their Suzu forced out early or something of the like, would be my guess. We do get a touch and a flip. Time and Kraandop on the point alongside Abbs. skytorr drops the jagged wall, but Abbs is here with the Kitsu on the point. Nobody needing to go anywhere, at least not yet. Eventually, we see Here4Views retreat outside. Quick taking a bit of control. But Jacob and Time, clap back. Look at that clap back. Well played, Here4Views. Back up, let those cooldowns, let those bubbles regen. And they're right back into the fight. Very nicely played. That might be good enough for the series right there. We'll see if we get a touch. It's up to XSJ or perhaps Strebor to get a touch here. You do have XSJ on the point. Recalls forced out. Sound barrier in play to try to hold the front line. Kraandop has got a grab up on that front line as well, but it looks like skytorr might be on the way. XSJ is at least able to force time out. Time is returned. Misses the pulse. Yoham and Fenris go down. skytorr moves up to the outside, trying to chase a kill. Now they're forced off of the objective. Kraandop's return, able to anchor, flip the point. That OT's burning down so fast. And this is Vanir quick on their last leg. Herluf mows through Fenris, and there's just not enough damage left here. XSJ throws a pulse in the window, is able to burn through a bubble. You get some good damage off a Kraandop, but here comes Herluf sliding onto the point. Quick is able to find the kill onto the Zarya, but wait, they flipped it. They flipped it. Oh, man. Knife's Edge fight again. And we go into a fifth and final flashpoint. Unbelievable. Tenacious. Persistence. Perseverance on display from Quick. That would have been the series right there. And they're able to toe the line and hold on to the point through the chaos. Even hold on to some ultimates. Some important key ultimates, like this downpour and this sound barrier. Building up to this Kitsune rush just to add more. Sizu out early. This could be an enormous play. Fenris is just going to mow him down. Beautiful wall. Look at all the assists and that. I mean, that was just a amp speed into a beautiful jagged wall. And the OC out of Fenris. Allowing Quick to hold on to both support ults and this big downpour. Abbs does have the Kitsune rush to match. Kraandop swaps to an Orisa. Try to run in. Cannot land the spear, but will settle for a chase down onto Yoham. Sound barrier comes in from Strebor. It's not in time to save the carry. skytorr low. Forced to jump back into an opponent's Kitsune rush. Try to see what they can do. Do they want to spin the ultimate? They will not. Looks like they're just stalling for time at this point. They'll get it to 76%. Oh, what a spear on a Kraandop. skytorr ends up taking a swim there in this re-engage out of Quick. Once again, we're going to go down to the nitty-gritty for this fifth and final flashpoint. Do we get a map 4? Or Quick heading to, or Here4Views heading to Master Division right here and now with a win on Suravasa. It's actually skytorr who leaps in. Jagged wall already is. Sound barrier in play from J-Tip. skytorr's going to leap out, throws down the downpour. Strebor moves in to try to anchor the point while skytorr tries to find a skill. Wow! Strebor lands some beautiful volley of headshots. That might have been the tilting point because you get Abbs out of this fight close to a Kitsune rush. The Terror Surge is down. Low health bars though. Kraandop, even without their Kiriko, puts this team, puts this map and this series on that big old back. And Kraandop will send Here4Views into the grand finals, into Master Division for Season 8. There you go. Wow. And history does, in fact, repeat itself. And Here4Views 3-0 Quick for the second time this season. put a stop to Quick's 11-game winning streak and send Vanir Quick into the lower bracket. Let's see who they're going to face. Actually, before we do that, let's look at some stats. Very, very close. Wow, there's a lot of team fights in that one. Kraandop at 41 and 9, 14.4k damage. It's still, I mean, it was skytorr that takes gold. Moving into that hazard was such a good answer. 35 and 14. It's a lot of deaths. But it's most damage as well, right? Live hard, die hard. That's, I think that's kind of the Vanir Quick motto. A lot of deaths. What are we looking at? 25, 36, 45, so 57. 57 deaths there from Quick. My goodness. Versus what? We're going to get 26, 36, 47, 45, excuse me. 45 on the other side. I mean, so a lot of team fights, a lot of deaths all the way around, right? That one felt like it went the absolute distance. The first point was 100-0, but after that, they were back very, very back and forth on all the flashpoints. So a lot of team fights, a lot of deaths. But yeah, 45 to 57. We'll give Kraandop player of the match here today. It's Kraand. It's Kraandop. It's Kraandop. They get MVP. There you go. Let's go see who Quick will be facing in that lower bracket. Oh, it's a map 5. It is a map 5 over in that lower bracket semifinal.